The fastest-growing payment method in the world isn't a new credit card or a revolutionary cryptocurrency. It's a slick, modern version of a financial tool that your great-grandparents would have recognized, the installment plan. What if you could have all the instant gratification of a credit card, the ability to buy anything you want, right now, but without the actual card, and in many cases, without paying a single cent of interest? This is the promise of buy now, pay later. And it has allowed companies like Klarna, Afterpay, and Affirm to build multi-billion-dollar empires by mastering the art of convincing you to buy today, and letting you worry about paying for it tomorrow. Point 1. You've seen it everywhere. You're on a website, about to buy a new pair of sneakers. You head to the checkout page. For decades, the options were simple: Visa, MasterCard, PayPal. But now, there's a new, brightly colored button that says, Pay in 4 interest-free installments. This is buy now, pay later, or BNPL. And it has exploded into a $100 billion industry. The proposition seems almost too good to be true. The consumer gets the product immediately with no interest charges. The retailer gets a sale they might not have made otherwise. Everybody wins. But that raises a critical question. If you're not paying interest, how do these BNPL companies make any money? Where is the catch? Is this a genuinely revolutionary and sustainable business model, or is it just a beautifully designed debt trap for a new generation? That's the question we're answering today. To understand the BNPL model, we need to look under the hood at what happens in the few seconds after you click that button. The mechanics are surprisingly simple, but brilliantly effective. Let's say you're buying a $200 jacket and you select a BNPL service like Afterpay. Step 1. Instant approval. You enter a few basic pieces of information. In the background, Afterpay runs an instant, soft credit check that doesn't affect your credit score. Point 2. Within seconds, you're approved. Step 2. The payment split. The $200 cost is immediately split into 4 payments of $50. You pay the first $50 at the moment of purchase. The other 3 payments are scheduled to be automatically deducted from your account every 2 weeks. Point 3. Step 3. The merchant gets paid. This is the most important part of the entire process. You may be paying over several weeks, but the merchant doesn't have to wait. Afterpay pays the retailer the full $200 for the jacket almost immediately. This brings us back to the core mystery. If you're not paying interest, and the merchant is getting the full price, where is the money coming from? The answer is the primary revenue stream for the entire BNPL industry, the merchant discount fee. Afterpay pays the merchant the full $200, minus a fee. This fee can range from 3 to as high as 7 of the purchase price. For that $200 jacket, the merchant might only receive $188. That 12 difference is Afterpay's revenue. The obvious question is, why would a merchant ever agree to pay a 6 fee when a standard credit card fee is only around 2? The answer is the key to the entire model's genius. For retailers, that high fee is not a cost. It's an investment in a powerful tool that solves their biggest problems. E-commerce is a brutal business. And merchants are obsessed with 2 key metrics: their conversion rate and their average order value. The conversion rate is the percentage of people who actually buy something after visiting the site. Point 4. A huge problem is cart abandonment. When a shopper adds items to their cart but leaves without paying. Point 5. The average order value, or AOV, is the average amount of money each customer spends per transaction. Point 6. BNPL services are designed to attack both of these problems with surgical precision. First, they increase conversion rates. A $200 price tag can cause hesitation. But when that same price is presented as 4 interest-free payments of $50, the psychological barrier to purchase shrinks. The perceived cost is lower, making the customer far more likely to click buy. That maybe turns into a yes. Second, they increase average order value. BNPL makes it easier for customers to justify spending more money. That extra shirt or accessory seems more attainable when its cost is just a few extra dollars per installment. Studies show that when retailers add a BNPL option, their AOV can increase by 40 or more. 7. Finally, BNPL gives merchants access to a massive and highly coveted demographic. Younger shoppers. 8. Millennials and Gen Z are famously skeptical of traditional credit cards, fearing high interest rates and hidden fees. 9 BNPL, with its clear terms and interest-free promise, is their preferred way to pay. For the merchant, the BNPL fee is a small price to pay for more customers, who are buying more things, more often. It's a marketing expense disguised as a payment processing fee. The model is a clear win for the merchant. For the consumer, the benefits seem obvious: more flexibility, no interest, instant gratification. But the same features that make it so appealing also hide its biggest dangers. The first problem is the illusion of affordability. Splitting a purchase into 4 payments does not make it cheaper. It only makes it feel cheaper. This is a powerful psychological trick that encourages overspending. BNPL removes the pain of payment, that moment of hesitation when you see the full price. 10 This frictionless experience can lead people to buy things they don't need and, more dangerously, can't truly afford. 11 The second danger is the penalty box: late fees. The interest-free promise is conditional. It only applies if you make all your payments on time. If you miss a payment, because your account is low on funds or you simply forget, you get hit with a late fee. 12 While these fees are often small, around 8 to 10, they are the secondary, consumer-facing revenue stream for BNPL companies. The real problem arises when people are juggling multiple BNPL plans at once. This leads to the third and most significant risk: loan stacking. Because the BNPL industry is largely unregulated compared to credit cards, it's very easy to get approved. A consumer can take out a plan with Klarna for a new outfit, another with Affirm for a new gadget, and a third with Afterpay for concert tickets. This is called loan stacking. There is no central reporting system, so each BNPL provider doesn't know how much debt you've taken on with their competitors. A consumer can quickly find themselves overwhelmed, trying to track multiple payment schedules from multiple apps, making a debt spiral dangerously easy to fall into. 13 So let's connect the dots. The genius of the buy now, pay later model is that it perfectly aligns the goals of the merchant with the psychology of the consumer. It leverages our desire for instant gratification and our difficulty in processing future costs. It makes expensive products feel cheap, which gets us to buy more. This makes the merchant more money. The merchant is so happy with these increased sales that they gladly pay a significant fee to the BNPL provider. That fee is the financial engine that powers the entire system. And that is the secret. In the buy now, pay later model, the consumer is not the customer. The consumer is the product. The real customer is the merchant. BNPL companies are not really in the business of lending you money. They are in the business of selling a high-conversion sales tool to retailers. 14 Your increased spending, your reduced hesitation to buy, and your brand loyalty, that is the valuable service they provide. The money they make from your late fees is just a profitable bonus. If this breakdown is changing the way you see your checkout screen, you can support our channel by hitting the like button and subscribing. It's a zero-interest way to help us grow. So, is buy now, pay later a genius business model or a modern debt trap? The honest answer is that it's both. The business model is a work of strategic genius. It brilliantly identified and solved major pain points for online merchants and tapped into the mindset of a new generation of consumers. It created a multi-billion-dollar industry by fundamentally re-engineering the moment of purchase. However, by removing the natural friction from spending and creating a powerful illusion of affordability, it can absolutely become a dangerous debt trap for consumers who are financially vulnerable or simply undisciplined. The broader business principle here is a masterclass in behavioral economics. BNPL companies have weaponized well-documented cognitive biases. 15 They leverage the pain of payment theory, which says we feel less pain when we disassociate the purchase from the payment. 16 And they exploit hyperbolic discounting, our natural tendency to prefer a smaller, immediate reward, getting the product now, over a larger, future one, having more money in the bank later. 17 It's a system designed to make you spend. If you learn something new, hit the like button and subscribe for more strategy breakdowns. And let us know in the comments, what company's strategy should we unlock next?